Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Starfield on the Xbox Series X. Today's mission is Missed Beyond Measure. The memorial service is today. I should go to the lodge if I want to attend. So that's where we're at, and that's what we're going to go do. Here we are.
I thought maybe I would come up with something to say, but I've got nothing. So instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind. But what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive surging sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything?
Okay, here we go. Sarah was my friend. She was more than just Constellation's chair. She was the best among us. And I'll do everything I can to honor her memory.
Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
I don't often speak about what I believe in. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife, or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for them. So it's up to us. We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from all this. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful or mournful. Let us take responsibility for it. Let us remember what we have lost.
Walter, are you part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
Yes, well, I like to keep some things private.
You all might not like thinking about this, but when we die, everything about us breaks down, decomposes, gets eaten up by insects and microbes. Or due to the lack of a biosphere, we are simply carried away by space and time until we sizzle in a distant sun's corona or get pulled in some gravitational field and coalesce with other debris. Not comforting, huh? But I disagree. Do you know what I find uncomfortable?
This
The
man.
thought that after I die, the universe is just going to stand still forever. Could you imagine? The fact is that the universe goes on, that life goes on, that things do not just sit still. That right there is the comfort that I need. Yeah, we die. And some people go way before they should. But the universe doesn't care. Not because it's evil, but because it's infinite, ever expanding. And who wouldn't want to be a part of infinity? Even if it's just for a short while. Listen, we don't worry about ourselves before we were born, do we? Of course not. We emerge from the universe as we return to it. And for one beautiful moment, we are here together.
Yeah.
Yes, that certainly was an interesting perspective, Barrett.
Thanks for the grisly reminder of after death, during a wake, during a remembrance. Dang, nobody else? No, batteries are low.
I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers and getting all the paperwork done, it's not much.
It's fine, Noel, thank you.
Good. Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying. Could you excuse me?
Go on, girl. Alright, that was colorful.
You know, what you're feeling right now is a chemical reaction whose evolutionary goal is promoting social cohesion. Never seems to work for me. No matter how many times I do this, I feel less attached, not more.
I think I know what you mean.
Well, look at us. Two lone wolves howling at the moon on the same night. You know, if there's one piece of advice I can actually give you, it's that lost loved ones have a way of coming back to you. One day you'll be sweeping out some old shelf or digging through a desk, and there it'll be. Some old paperweight of theirs, or a piece of jewelry they gave you, half jokingly. Theoretically, of course.
So the great scientist does feel grief after all.
Maybe I like knowing no matter how far I run to the edges of space, someone is going to find their way back to me. Hey, stranger.
I don't believe we've met. Ajay Mamasa,
Okay?
former chair of Constellation. I wish the
I've heard about you.
circumstances of my visit were better.
Thank you for coming.
Unfortunately, this isn't the first Constellation funeral I've been to. After 35 years, you say goodbye to a lot of friends. I hope you don't mind me saying, but I feel numb just thinking about it. Sarah meant the world to me. She was the future. I knew it as soon as I met her.
You were the chair before Sarah, correct?
Oh, yes. I was Sebastian Banks's protege, if that gives you any idea of how long I was part of our little club.
What was Sarah like back then?
Exactly the same as when you met her, I bet. Determined. Fearless. With just a small hint of delight on her face when she knew she was winning, eh? My only problem as a mentor was trying to convince her to be more tactful. Those old military instincts would always get her in trouble.
Were you and Sarah close?
Yes. She could make me so angry or so happy. We used to joke that we were married. I bet relationships in Constellation are still messy, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're more of a family than an organization. All the former lines bleed together. It makes the losses sting harder. But I hope it means the time you had together was all the more important. That's how I like to think of it anyway.
It was. You know Sebastian Banks?
Knew him, argued with him, tried to carry on his memory when he vanished. Sebastian will be back tomorrow, we always used to say. It reminded us that he was still here, in the bones of this old building.
Thank you for coming. Oh, what's old Vasco got to say?
I am told these types of gatherings are a sad occasion. That assumption appears to be correct.
There's no amount of data that will let your circuits feel emotion, Vasco. Sorry about that.
Correct. I would say that I appreciate your candor, but we both know that would only be a simulated response for your benefit, not unlike the way people say, sorry for your loss, even when they clearly are not experiencing any signs of regret. If you would like, though, I can add some consoling language to my programming.
Sure, console away.
It will take some time to adapt, but it will be okay. How was that?
Strangely helpful.
I will note that feedback for later.
Laura?
Hi.
Look, I'm literally the last person who should be talking to a kid about death, but here I am.
Is talking supposed to make us all feel better? Is that why we're all here?
No, but if we drift apart now, we won't be able to help each other in the future.
What's the point? It's not going to change anything.
No, there's no change in what happened, but we have to keep living.
Every day is going to be worse now. Don't you get that? I want to be alone for a while, okay?
Okay, kiddo. Talk to her, Lana. Sam, you didn't attend.
Is it quieter in the lodge, or is it just me?
You're brooding again, Sam. Although, right time, right place.
I guess it's good to be in fashion. You know, there's an old Aquila story about two pioneers who got lost trying to find a new frontier to settle. One of them takes ill. Clear he's not going to make it, he turns to his partner and says, "Don't bury me. Let the ground take what it's due. I'd rather be a ghost chasing after you than walk through the pearly gates knowing an eternity of loneliness until you get there." Sad story, huh?
Yeah, sad story, Sam.
You look after yourself. When the time's right, I'd appreciate a chat.
Okay, hang on.
Everyone is in mourning. I understand, but I cannot quite share in their emotion.
You're in mourning too, Andrea. In your own way.
I have seen death. I have lost people I considered close. But this is... It is not the same. I cannot explain why. I am not sure I am making sense.
You're making perfect sense, Andrea. There's no right way to feel.
Thank you.
Glad.
I would like a chance to talk to you, if you are able.
Everybody wanted to talk after I just talked to them.
Drink? Pour one out to the blackest sea?
I'll take both my drink and the blackest seas. Thank you.
Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond.
Old friends.
Aye.
Man, everybody else wanted to talk again.
Lodge sure feels like a lonelier place. Good talking to you.
This is harder than I expected.
Anybody gonna say anything this time? Donna?
Oh, hi.
Sarah would be proud of you, you know.
Yeah, I know. She said that to me like 1,000 times. It's just that I feel so alone. With Sarah, it was like starting a family again. The way she'd smile at me reminded me of my mom. I missed that so much. Now she's gone, and I have to start over, like I did before.
You're not alone, child. You have the rest of Constellation.
It's not the same. Sarah was starting to feel like, well, like she was my new mom. I really don't want to go through this again. It's too hard. I can't believe Sarah's gone. It's not fair.
We'll go through this together.
Hey, thanks for talking to me. I'm actually feeling a little better knowing that you care how I feel. Maybe I'm not so alone after all.
That's right. JL?
It almost feels wrong to be grieving. Selfish. No amount of tears will bring the dead back.
Okay to grieve, Mateo.
It's just easier to feel guilty, if you'll excuse me.
Alright.
Don't drown too much in all this despair.
I hear you.
Life moves on. We're the ones who end up standing still.
Chat for a bit? Normally, I hate talking to people at funerals, but, well.
Yeah, let's chat.
You don't believe in the afterlife, do you? I mean, this might be the worst time to bring it up, but...
I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I get there.
Yes. Won't we all? Well, I've taken up enough of your time.
Don't have any other advice to add at the moment.
Okay. Well, everybody's wanting to talk. Okay, leave when you're ready. I've talked to everybody, now everybody's wanting to talk again. I haven't talked to Sarah. Moment of silence. two up here that want to talk. Let's see if it'll work now.
I am reminded of how different Constellation works compared to what I am used to.
Okay. Okay. We're going to call this one here. So if you made it this far, I do appreciate it. If you enjoyed the show, consider leaving a like. There's a lot more on the channel and a lot more to come. If you find something else you like, why not subscribe? Either way, go ahead and click that notification bell. Let you know when I upload and go live. It's free and easy for you, and it helps the channel out a lot. And thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.